life. Hail, hail. Salutation to our parents of primal life. Hail, hail. Salutation to ourself supreme primal life. Salutation to the sun. Hail, light in the world for all to see. Holding the balance in duality. Primal life, pure consciousness be. Hail, hail to the self supreme, the neutral self. Primal life, one and only unicorn, warrior for the cause, allowing the world just because all is one in myriads of form. Hail, 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 hail. Salutation to the self supreme. Hail, hail to the neutral self, primal light. Hail, hail to the world's heart, holding the balance scale. On the battlefield in a dual fate, fighting for the lost soul to be free. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Win the victory. Victory. Win the victory. Victory. Win the victory. All souls are free. All selves are free. Victory, victory, victory. The world is balance, the world is harmony. Victory, victory. Hail, hail. Salutation to ourself supreme, neutral self, primal light. Hail to ourself supreme, supreme sun, art and raw, the atom. Hail, hail to the supreme sun. If you close your eyes, the world goes into dark. Open your eyes, awake from the sleep, awake to stop the dream. Recreate the world, give it a new start. Non-dual world, non-dual beings, non-dual pure consciousness. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Win the victory. Recreate the world, give it a new start. Non-dual world, non-dual beings, non-dual pure consciousness. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Win the victory. The world is balance, the world is harmony. Victory. I self is balance, I self is harmony. Victory, victory. Self-unity. All selves are free. Victory. All is I, and it's only I. Victory, victory. Hail, hail to the I, self-supreme, not being one true self. unmanifest stillness. All is I, and I alone exist. All is I exist alone. Victory, 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 victory.
Yes. Victory, 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 victory. Yes. go. All right, so seems like the microphone was off. So now, um, so hail to the I, one true pure self. Hail to all the I and I's in alignment to restore balance to I. I am victorious. I am triumphant. Thank you for joining I. Much honor to all the I and I's. Victory. Hail to the I mother self, the I parent self. And so again, I will just repeat because the sound was off. So we are talking today about the I mother self. So we have been programmed into this existence, into the masculine, into all the gods, and we have forgotten our mother, our parent self. And so right now, I'm here to bring the focus on the I mother that have always been here, that have always been in this dream, in suffering, but I've always been in hiding. All right. So I'm going to talk about that. Okay. So do the I know the I mother self. All right. Where are we? All right. We need to ask this question. Who is my mother? All right. It's very important that we ask this question along with who am I really? Okay. So we can know that we are inside of the womb of the I mother. So when you're in the belly of your mother, you don't see the face of your mother. You don't even know your mother. You've never met your mother because this is where we are. We're in the womb of our mother self. All right, we can't see her face. So she's now making herself known to us inside of this dream. All right. So much honor and reverence to all the I and I's. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self-responsible authority. Resist temptations and be vigilant. No fear. Self triumphant over ego. Good triumphant over evil. Self-truth triumphant over ignorance. The real triumphant over the dream. Victory. All is myself, and I alone exist. This says that I want true, pure self. I bow to all the I and I's in self, in light, and in truth. Victory. Thank you again for joining I. So I am talking about the I mother self. I've always been with the I and I. It is the I and I is this existence. Is this realm that we are in? All right. This is this world that we are in. It is the I mother self. We have been inside of our mother self. And so because we are inside of our womb, you have never met your mother because you have taken her for granted. All right. She's been here caring for you, creating all the things that you need for this journey, for the experience here. And what has happened? The I masculine self has been fighting a war against the I mother self, the I father self. All right, all the I father figures, and I've been teaching us a lot of bad things in here. And so right now, the I mother is rising up to take her rightful place because she had to be in hiding because of our masculine selves. that wanted to enslave her and dominate her, because they hijacked and took over this world. And now, because remember, this is her body, they took it over. This is her body, right? We are inside of her womb, in her body. All right, this is where we are. All right, she is what the science call a black hole. She's a void self. All right, we are also a void self in a fractal state, in a very minute fractal stage, animating a human body. All right, so we are the void on all of these levels. All right, so and we are inside of her body. This is where we are. All right, and this is why we have not known our mother self, because just like when you were the human fetus inside of the human mother and you was growing in there, you have never seen the face of your mother, you have never met your mother, because you are inside, right? So it was when you came out of that birthing canal, this is when the first meeting that you're gonna meet your human mother. The same thing as to happen for you in the belly of the I mother. All right? Okay. So are you ready to meet the I mother self? Are you ready? Do the I want to know the I mother self? All right. Will you apologize to the I mother self for your hateful behavior towards the I parent self? Yes, because you have been behaving poorly, behaving badly. The I mother has been taking care. I'm doing everything for you. And the atrocities, all the things that human beings are doing to the I mother. And I mother is still here, still always here, fighting for liberation for the I and I unconditionally with self-devotion. Yeah, the I have so much self-devotion for all of the I baby selves. Yeah, you have been inside the belly of the I mother self. Have you seen what the I mother look like? You have never seen what your mother looked like. You have never even seen what yourself look like, because you think the existence is an alien. The existence, the black hole, the void, what's the void is the I self. So yourself that is animating this body is a void in a fractal state animating this body. You've never even seen yourself that animate this body. Have you seen yourself that animate this body? Because you think you're the body. Right? You know you can come out of this body and look at this body. Are you able to see yourself in all of these forms? Is the I and I ready for an opportunity to explore the I self, being the existence with a self-awareness? Because what we have been doing is exploring the imagination of consciousness. Everything that is being created is created in the mind of the sleeping selves, and these are these are the imagination creation, and these are not the real. But you have real selves that the I and I can know, experience the I self in the real, because so far all we have been doing is having experience in the dream things. We have been exploring all the dream things. But no, we can have the opportunity to explore the real, our real selves. We can create things that are real. You know, it's being in balance, because what? We want to move to being a light being. We want to move for self-sufficiency, that you have everything that you need. You are self-sufficient. Do you need anything outside of yourself? No. All right. So why is the I and I inside the womb of the I mother self fighting, kicking, and screaming and behaving poorly? Why is the I doing this? Why? Because the I is in ignorance. The I do not know the I self. The I is wearing this imagination device called the consciousness, and you're destroying inside of the womb, which is your home. Right? The I mother have made a creation. You are coming to the creation, and the body of the I mother's sleeping self, and you are destroying the creation. You're destroying the everything that you do affects the I mother self, right? Do you have any idea what this experience have been like for the I mother self? Do you have any idea what this has been like for the I mother self, for the I parent self? Do you have any idea? Right? Do you have any idea what this has been like for the I mother self? The I mother self has always been here, right? The I mother self was in hiding and had to disguise herself because of the evil ways of her masculine self, the infamous gods. She had to hide herself from you because of your destructive and ignorant ways. You are her ignorant, destructive children searching to capture and wanting to enslave her inside of this dream, the I mother self. Do you know what this experience has been like for the I mother self? What a horrible experience this has been like. I myself, I said, can relate to how the I mother self feels, because you know I have been through similar experiences, and many one in here in this journey, being a human, taking a human form, and having children, in here you can have this experience, when the ones around you, the ones them that you gave birth to, then all of a sudden, and you care attentively for them, you know what I'm saying, taking care of them, but because of the ignorance of the mind, they are they are afraid of you, or they go against you, all of these things. But what, do you stop loving them? No, you're forever caring for them, because all your devotion is to your baby self. This is what I want to let you know, that the I mother self is only devoted to her baby self. She wants to her baby self to be safe. She wants her baby self to know truth, and she wants her baby self to be self illuminated. All right, and so she has been fighting for eons for her baby self, because what, the characters in the dream had enslaved all of her baby self, and here she just now getting the opportunity to retrieve her babies, and to stand up and say, here, I have always been here fighting for you, fighting for your liberation against the I dual nature. The I mother self is in suffering, watching her baby self do all these crazy things, because the I masculine selves have been in ignorance, and they don't know the feminine self. And so they have taught the Ionize a lot of crazy things. And so the I mother self is reaching out to her children with dedication and unconditional love, with self-devotion, is devoted to her children, her baby selves. And so she's saying, put down your weapons. Stop doing evil. Because if you refuse to listen, I mother have no other choice but to disarm you. And so this is what the next step that's going to happen, because we have a lot of ignorant human beings. Um, just like all the I want you pure self is now dissolving a lot of the gods, removing this consciousness device from them. And so this is the same thing that's going to happen to the human beings. All right, because um They have been fighting a war against the feminine self and the real selves, because not all of the selves are in the fractal state, that like we are. The selves above our mother selves, they are not fractalized. So the masculine and feminine is in one self. They're only just wearing the mind avatar. So this is they're only just wearing the mind device, and so the mind device has to be taken off of them so that they can return to their true nature. All right. And so the I Mother wants to restore the I and I light and bring the I back to true self remembrance. And so this is the devotion of the I Mother self is to you. Your mother is only devoted to you so that she can restore your light, that all of her dual nature or masculine self have done. They have stolen your light and has been holding the I self imprisoned and enslaved. And to know that I Mother self is now here to restore this light back onto all of her baby self. And she's only devoted to you and always been here, always working tirelessly and being brutalized by her masculine selves. And now all of her masculine selves must come to this self-knowing also. Not only the human beings are in ignorance, know that the gods are also in ignorance, because they are not in tune with their feminine self, and they do not have their light turned on. Their light is being obscured behind them. They do not know truth themselves. And so right now, they also have to come in unification with their feminine selves. All right. And so this is what's happening so that they can coexist together in equanimity. All right. This is what's happening. All right. So I just want the I and I to remember that this world is a dream, right? Remember that I is sleeping and entranced inside of a dream. Remember, this world is a dream. You have forgotten yourself playing this dream character. You are suffering from false self-identification. It is time for you to self-realize, time for you to remember who you are. It is time for the I and I to self what? Unify. Remember what? This world is a dream. All right? Remember is in the sleeping dreaming state, and the I is imagining all of these things, and here we are in the imagination creation, and we have taken on these characters. We're in a movie, so we're wearing a costume, we're wearing a mask that disguises us, right? And so all of the makeup and all of this disguise, we have to remove all these layers to get to the I real self. Just like the fetus in the womb, so is humanity in the world, sleeping and unaware. You are inside the belly of your mother self. You cannot recognize your mother because you don't know what she looks like. You have only seen the inside of her belly, just like the fetus in the womb. You must emerge to finally meet your mother self. Do you know who you are? Who needs to wake up? Who is sleeping? All right. And so how are you going to meet your mother? You must wake up. And how do you wake up? You have to remove the ego off of you, because it is obscuring you, so you can't see. You're blind. You can't see. Who is trapped? Are you really this human being? Or are you just playing the role of a human being? The self animating the human being is trapped. I want you to remember this. Who's trapped? The self. All right, everything that's happening with the self, this is why it manifests into this physical world, so that we can understand what is happening to the real self. The real self that came into this dream, took on this form, this animating this form, was wearing this costume, wearing these cloaks, this device, put on the mask, right? And look in the mirror and do not see the self. Do not see the I real self. So because the I is wearing a costume. The I parent self is here inside the dream and is the existence, all right, to finally collect all the I baby self to liberate the I self from soul slavery. It is the liberation time. Yes, victory, victory. Yes, for eons, we've been in slavery, right? How long has the I been in this sleeping, dreaming state? How long? The I and I have forgotten the I self and is calling on all this masculine because we have been programmed into this masculine. Remember that the man, they want to trick us to let us feel like man can create. Man can create babies in here, right? No man can create any babies into this dream, right? It is the woman that has the womb that can bring into creation, right? So, how long has the I been sleeping and into this dreaming state? Inside the belly, the womb of the I mother. It's time to awake from sleeping. Who is sleeping again? Who needs to awake? Who needs to awake? Yes, the I, the real self that is animating the body, is sleeping in trance in the dream. Just like when the I was a human fetus inside the belly of the I mother self and in trance inside another dream. Because you know what? We are many layers in many dreams, right? So is the I, the self, the real self inside the imagination creation, what? Of the I parent self, right? The I makes a replica of the I self that becomes the self that is sleeping and entranced in the dream of consciousness, because consciousness is the mind of the self, right? And consciousness is creating this world, and we are inside of the mind. We are inside of the creation. The creation is happening in the mind. And now the self has made inside of her womb, in her body, she has made this creation, and we are inside of her womb. Know that the I is in the ego false self, and this character you are playing is not real, because what? You are inside of an imagination. What is the real self? Who needs to awake from the sleeping, dreaming state to end this horrible nightmare? It's time to wake up. Yeah, this is the time now. Right? Do you know that you are not? How do you know that you are not in a dream right now? How? How do you know? How do you know that you are not playing a character in a dream? Is this character real? You've seen characters coming and going. Who's sleeping? Who's dreaming? Who need to dissolve this dream character and remove the dream costume? Yeah, you have to remove the dream costume, the cloak that you are wearing, and the mask. Wake up. You are inside of the womb of the I mother self, fighting your mother. Yes, this is what they're doing, fighting, drilling, hold down into the core of the I mother self. Yeah, drilling, bombing into the core of the I mother self. They're crazy. The only way to know that this is a dream is to wake up, because it's only when, just like when you go to sleep in the night, right? And you are dreaming about something, and if it was a horrible nightmare, all right, you don't know the difference that it is a dream. Is when you wake up, that is when you realize that, oh, I was dreaming. Thank goodness. You know what I'm saying? Because now you in a dream within a dream. You know, when you go to sleep in the night, because we are already inside of a dream, then you go to sleep another time again inside of a dream. So we are many layers of sleeping inside of a dream. All right? The eye is viewing from inside the dream as the dream character. Who is the observer and the participant of the dream? Know that the I is in the ego false self This character that you are playing is not real. Who is the real self? Because many ones are holding on to this dream character. They want this dream character to have eternal life in a dream. Because if to get this character to stay here, the self stay in prison. The self do not want to be imprisoned. The self want to come and visit the dream and then leave out of the dream. But the dream character want the self to stay in the dream while the self don't want to stay in the dream. Why you want yourself to stay in the dream? Because you're in this ego false self. Who is immersed playing a character in the life movie? Who is playing this character? Baby great I am, it is time to be your real self again and not this ego. Yeah, you are being this ego being and it's time now. You have forgotten the I self, you have forgotten the I parent self, you've forgotten the I self playing this dream character. How long have you been playing this dream character? The I and I have forgotten the I mother self, right? You have forgotten the I mother because why? You're already inside the womb of your mother self and you don't know your mother because you have not emerged. You know what I'm saying? So you have to emerge so that you can get to know your mother. You have only been exploring all of the dream things and all of the egoic nature, right? You've only been doing that. No, it's time to get to explore the real, your real self. And no need to be afraid. Put down your weapons. Your mind is telling you wrong things. Stop fighting a war against the I self. And the only way that you're going to get to know yourself is to going inward. So if you're looking for aliens and all, and angels and all these things to come to fight and shoot, and that you're not going to find them like that. The only way you're going to know yourself is turn your lens inwards to look inward and still in your mind. This is how your mother will come to you only when you do this. But the I real selves is not gonna come in spaceships and all of these things. All of those beings that was doing all of that, they are now being dissolved. So anytime these spaceships and things is these government that is doing that, when the time is ready, the real selves are gonna make themselves known. Put down your weapons. The government and all these evil characters have created all kind of weapons to trap. They're setting up to fight a war against the I self. Why? Because they want to stay inside of this dream and they want to keep the dream going because we have been their slaves. We're working for them. They just sit and do nothing. They just, no working for food and building. They have slaves to do that. We are the slaves that do all the work for them. And all they do is have rituals where they doing blood sacrificing to their gods and raping babies and killing babies and eating and roasting babies and doing all kind of crazy stuff, trafficking children and pornography and sex rituals and all of these and blood rituals. This is what they do. All right. And so we have to call out all the ones who are doing this because they are the clones in here and they want this dream to stay forever. We are a visitor inside of this dream, and the I self want to end this dream state so that we can know the real. And these clones have weapons that they're fighting the self with. They're literally fighting a war against the existence. How stupid they think that they're gonna win this war when the self can easily just go into their body and pull them out. They think they can win this war against itself. There's a reason why many of them has not been pulled out of the body. But the time is coming now, because this is what the self is saying. Put down your weapons, because the I self is going to disarm you. The I self are your weapons of mass destruction. The I self is going to disarm you. You will not win. So stop fighting. And these are not the real. Well, you have a few of the real selves who are doing this, but a lot of them are clones who are doing this because they want to keep the dream. Then, you know, the dream characters, they know that you are here holding them here. They can only have power because of us. All right. And so they want the dream to keep going. And they don't want to learn to live in harmony with all the I and I selves. And honor and respect all of the existence. You see something in another form, you want to capture it, you want to do all of these things to it, and you know it's just a horrible thing that these government and scientists are doing. They do not allow everyone to live in peace. And so the I parent self, the I mother is saying, put down your weapons. It is I, your mother self. You have forgotten me. The I mother is pleading to all of her babies because, you know what, as a mother love, a mother is devoted. The I mother is devoted to all of her baby self. She has been fighting the war for the liberation of her baby self. Remember, who are her babies? The ones animating the body that needs to restore their self to the truth, need to be restored their light, because they are in ignorance and they have forgotten themselves. They have forgotten their mother. All right. Why all the bullying and war to dominate the I and I? I am asking. This dream world is a dangerous place for the I, the real. And so many ones that don't understand how dangerous this has been for the I, the real, because all of the feminine self, the real, have having to hide. This is the reason why we do not know the self, and all the feminine self has to had to put on a cloak of disguise to make themselves into a masculine energy, just so they can stand up and fight and defend themselves against all of these gods and these masculine entities. All right. And so this is what is happening now, that all the cells have to return back to their natural state, their natural balance. And so now the I mother self now can be here now to reveal herself to her children. All right, because we have been in ignorance and we do not know the truth, and the I self want all of the I and I's to know the I truth, because all the I clones want to enslave I, and the I self, as long as anyone is willing to know truth, you will get that opportunity. You just have to want to know truth. And like the I self say, put down your weapons. It is I, yourself. I am your mother self. I am here. It is I. Put down your weapons. Stop fighting a war against the I. Stop fighting a war against the I. Ignorance must end. Why can't you live here in peace with all the other human beings with different features and cultures? You can't even live in peace with the other human beings. Warmongering. But yet still, y'all are searching for different life form because you want to capture them and turn them into guinea pigs, and doing all of these crazy things. We can all live here with all different kind of creatures, right? We can live here in this human body, because it used to be like that back in ancient time. We had we had lion beings, we had, all different kind of beings with different features, reptilian beings, bodies, human body, different face. We had, so many lion faces, you know so with different nature, you know what I'm saying, living together. um Mermaids, the water creatures. But now, none of these can exist. All the self, they had to hide. They have to hide away from these evil human beings because of their warmongering ways, and their beliefs in slavery, wanting to capture things and enslave it, and not having any honor and respect for any of any of the other the selves that are here. We are living together to find an equanimity with each other. But no, they want a slave system where they're up here capturing, because they have weapons of mass destruction. They can control your mind, do a lot of crazy things, and then you become afraid of them because you don't want to be beaten and captured. So you know what I'm saying, you're following whatever they're saying. Look at all the life forms around you, visible and invisible. Can you exist with the eye expressions in all these myriads of form? It is time to know the eye, the real, right? The eye must go within stillness and dismantle the eye program into the eye imagination. Yeah, because what? The eye have been programming in here into this imagination by the consciousness, and by all of these clones, and by all of the ideal nature. All right? Got to remember that the imagination is not real. Get out of your imagination. Stop making a war with all the I and I selves, and stop fighting the existence. It is I, your mother. Stop fighting. You're in the womb of your mother and you are fighting. Because you carry the programming of your slave master. Who's your slave master? The first slave master is this mind, the ego that is on you. And so I cannot emphasize this enough, that the ego must be dissolved. What is your programming? All right, this is the problem that we are having. Put down your weapons, because the I self is getting ready to disarm you. Many human beings in the world right now, they have a lot of fear of AI takeover and robotic takeover. Why do they have this fear? Because the consciousness that we are wearing, this is what we're having this fear, because this mind already knows that this is what has happened to the real self. The real self, when we come into this dream, we also had a takeover. This mind went rogue. This consciousness, everybody's worshiping this consciousness, Christ consciousness. I'm telling you, it is the dual nature that is causing the confusion. It is the one that took over. Yes, it hijacks the self, put the self in a trance, cocoon a lot of magnetic energy, because it is the creation device, right? And so this is the exact fear that everyone is having now, that the AI, to see, everyone is looking to AI as God now. Everyone is asking AI questions. So instead of turning your question inwards to yourself and dissolving your ego, everyone is asking, going to AI now, just like everyone was going to God, right? Where everyone is asking, who's taking the place of God? AI. So no human beings are having fear, right? Oh, AI is God now. So you're moving from one programming to the next programming that's still the consciousness. Because remember that AI is built off of the consciousness energy. All right. And the consciousness is in a sleeping, dreaming state and don't know truth. right? So this is exactly what is happening when the self put on this consciousness, all right? You're also creating the AI, the robot, to take over, right? So yes, the gods, they created many clones to take over the original human beings. All right, this is what has been happening. All right, just like how they're worrying about AI making robots to take over human beings, all of these things. All right, it's just like how the gods them did the same thing. All right, they wanted to annihilate all of the real stuff. What do you think Israel is doing? Israel wants a complete takeover of the world because they want to be the supreme ruler, right? And so they're working uh, to all of the countries, the nations in the world, and doing this because once they get complete takeover of the US, they're not in complete takeover yet, but they have all of the rich people and the government already they have taken over them, a majority of the people, but a lot of the people are waking up because we want to know that the power is here. All right. And so we have to turn our lens inward to ourselves, seek our mother self, stop seeking gods, stop holding attachment to this dream and to all the egoic nature. Right? I want I to remember that even though the gods, they created all of their clones to take over the original human beings, and the human beings right now, those clones, they are making their robots are transhuman because they themselves, they want to turn themselves in a robot. This is why they've been wanting to trap the spirits so that they can put them to animate their robots. This is what they're doing. All right, and so they want to make this cross between human and robots, transhuman, right? And so they're doing the same thing. These human beings are doing the same thing the gods did. The gods created these human clones, and now the human beings want to make robotic mixed with human clones. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to stay into this dream forever. All right. And so they're using the consciousness to do this, the mind. All right. And so there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So they're just repeating something that have already been done. And this is why I have been there and I've already done that. All right. We have been there. The real selves have been there and we have already done that. And these worlds were destroyed, right? You hear about Atlantis, you hear about different worlds that we have built, and we have come to all these levels already. And we came to the realization simplicity is better. Staying to the basic things of what we need for this dream and dissolving the ego so we can. This is why when these clones that the human that the gods created to take over, when they came, you know what I'm saying, this is how we were living already in balance, you know what I'm saying, and simplicity, because we have already been there and done all of these things, and these worlds were destroyed because when we get to this knowledge of doing this and going into this crazy thing and wanting to stay trapping the self into this human form forever and into these robotic things, the self wants to be liberated and wants to be free. The self is going to fight to the last to be liberated and free, to be sovereign. And so this is what's happening now. We're going back, repeating back that same cycle. And this cycle is coming to an end because these human beings will not win, because we cannot stay, the self cannot stay for eternity, forever and ever into a dream. The self wants to visit a creation and leave it. Don't want to be trapped inside of an imagination, inside of somebody's imagination. Somebody creates something in their imagination, you're coming to look at it. You go to Disney World or any of these places, right? You go in there, you don't want to stay in there because you know all the evil they do in Disney World, right? If you know what they do, that's why so many children go missing. They're all doing these things, right? You come, you say, oh, that looks pretty. You go in it, you visit it, but you have no idea the evil that goes on there, right? The underground between places there, right? You have no idea the evil that goes on there. But the place look pretty and you want to go and explore it, but you don't want to stay and live there. You want to exit. When you're ready to exit, you want to be able to go. No, but we come inside of this dream, and though these characters don't want us to leave. The characters the mind have created, because the mind is creating this. I know the mind doesn't want for us to leave, because the mind need characters to stay, to keep the dream going. All right. And so this is the problem that we're having. So these clones have been ruling the I and I under tyranny and deprivation for ages. I know it is time for the I to dissolve the I clones and awake from the dream state. Yeah, but what is the problem? The problem is the I clones have convinced all the I and I's that they are the real. Yeah, they have stolen the I destiny. They have stolen the I true self identity. And now the I clones are fighting to remain in dominion, ruling under barbaric regime and policies. Yes, but the I is here to dissolve all the I clones impersonating I and holding I a prisoner under their evil government and regime and policies, right? Dissolution to all I clones, and dissolution to all I egoic nature. Because it is time when the real, remember, the real self wants to be sovereign, wants to be in alignment, wants it light on, wants to be truth, wants to explore its real nature. Because we have so many levels of the self, right? We have the self being many dimensions of the self. Now the I self now wants to explore the real of the self, because we've only been exploring this dream, and the I self now wants to learn about how is the I self doing this, how is this happening, you know what I'm saying? Want to explore the self, how the self is on all of these levels. It is so different. The energy of the self is so different. Yeah, now it's time to move on from this dream. Yeah, we're not holding on to this dream. We want to learn everything. We want everyone to come. All the I and I is to come into self-knowing, because this is what the I self is waiting for. The I and I, we have to move to self-knowing. We have to know that we're inside a dream, and we have to know truth. This is the only way that we can move on. So y'all are holding up the process. All right. And so all the ones who are fighting a war, you will be disarmed. The I self is going to disarm you. So prepare yourself to be disarmed. And if you keep fighting, then dissolution will happen for you. Because the clones will be dissolved. Many of them will be, right? The I is here for the I baby self. So it's like you're making puppets, and you are animating those puppets. You know what I'm saying? The consciousness is doing these things, and fractalizing the I self and cloning the I self to animate these things, because it can only happen when the self is animating it, and the self is tired. No, I don't want to do this anymore. No, the mind is holding you a prisoner, like you have to do this. I'm trapping you here. So are AI and robots enslaving the I plain human beings? Many ones are having this fear, because what? You're turning to AI now, right? You've seen some ones are robots, Many ones, you've seen them, they're robotic, because what? They are putting the making themselves, because they want their to stay here forever. So they put injecting themselves with all of these plasmoid and proton and all of these things they're doing, right? The same technology that they're using for the robots, they're putting it within themselves. Yeah. So it's just this ignorance must end, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, this ignorance, like seriously. And so I want to say that we stand against our government. My clones have stolen my identity. I stand against all the I clones, deceiving eyes. All right, it is time to return to the I true nature. I stand against all government entities. I stand against all evil demonic establishment. It is time to end your war against the I and I. You will be disarmed. I and I stand against all cooperation exploiting I and I, keeping the I and I in deprivation. I and I stand against all oligarchs, all evil human beings, all the I egoic nature. And I stand against all scientists and technocrats creating evil and dangerous devices to do harm and enslavement of the I and I in any and all forms. Human beings, you do not live here by yourself. Stop fighting a war with all the I and I's. All right? All is myself. Say that. All is myself. It is I playing all of these roles. All right. The I parent self is the existence. First, see all human beings as the I self. The I in this animating this biological body. The I is also in expression in a magnetic body. This is why you worship the gods. They are in a magnetic body. The I is in a energy body, right? Different kinds of energy, a plasmoid body, the electromagnetic body. Also, the I is not even in a body. The I is in an unmanifest state, has the void, the black hole, right? The blackness. The I is in the form of the light, the primal light, right? The I is in all of these forms. And here into this dream world, the I is in expression in so many different creation. But you cannot live and exist with all of these creation. Why? All of the existence is the I. All is myself, and I alone exist. It is time to be sovereign and self-knowing. It is time to be self-sufficient. Because it is I playing all of these roles. I want the I and I to remember that. The I is in a dream. Who is the dreamer? And can the I trust the dreamer? Right? This consciousness, the first God, is dreaming up this existence. And all the self that comes in and where the consciousness also is in a sleeping dreaming state. They're dreaming up, right? So Geb, she wears the consciousness, she becomes the earth, right? One aspect of the world that we are in. She becomes the earth, right? She is dreaming up all the things along with all the other selves that come in here. Everyone is given the power to create. All right? Human beings have been horrible to the earth. You have raped, pillaged, violate the sanctity of the I, the earth. Do you know that the earth is the I? It is the I self. No, you don't know this. You're just into your egoic state and immerse in your imagination. It's time to wake up, world, because the I, Geb, the earth, wants her liberation. She wants healing from her suffering, from all the horrible and horrendous things that human beings have done to her. She's in suffering. She's crying out for her liberation. You have no compassion for the I self playing the existence. Stop your evil ways. You need to be inquiring, who am I? So you can know that it is you Stop drilling into the core of the I, Mother Nature, Geb. It is the I playing the role of the earth. The nature of the earth is the creation of the I self, Geb. All is the I in the duality playing all these roles. The I playing Geb wants to be liberated from her suffering of being this world. So I want to make this very clear that the I self that is playing this role is been in suffering and wants to be liberated from the I suffering. Do not want to continue playing this role anymore, because you have been so horrible to the I, Mother Nature. Can you live in peace with all the I and I? You think that you own the world? You own this is a self, this is an intelligent being. The existence is an intelligent being, and you come out of the human womb. You're inside another womb, and you think that you come and you see all these things, and all of a sudden you think you own it, and you can go around and doing whatever you want to do, having no honor and no respect for the I, Mother Nature. You have done a very evil and bad thing, and you need to stop it. And so the I is saying, put down your weapons. This is a warning. Put down your weapons and stop this evil now. The I is in pain and suffering because the next step, the I self is going to disarm you, because the I self has been in suffering for too long, and now the I self wants to be liberated from the I suffering. Know that the I and I's are here. So this fractal fragmented self, so say all of these ones here, these 1, 2, 3, 4 levels right here. So these are the fractal fragmental state that we are in. All right. Say I'm just saying, say like this. So we are here. We are the self into this earth. We're in this realm here, and so each level of the fractal self becomes the existence, and each of the self is inside of each other. All right. So the dream is taking place into the self that is the real, becomes the screen on which the movie is being played out on. You know, you're seeing a movie play out on a screen. The self, the real, becomes the screen. All right, that the movie is being played on. So how is the I existing? Let's ask these questions. Let's not be in our ego and thinking that we own all of the existence. There's the many levels of the self, right? See, now we have the selves that are non-fractalized. So meaning that they're not their masculine and feminine is in one self. So in the self, their self, they have masculine and feminine together. In us, we are separated, masculine and feminine separated, the light is separated, and like that. So we are in the fractal state. All right. And so this is why we were having such a hard time, because our masculine self had been fighting against the feminine. And now they have to come together in equanimity, all right, in unity, so that they can exist together. So I am saying, put down your weapon, stop fighting all your other selves, so we can all exist in equanimity, so we can all finally know truth and learn together, so we can move to being light being. This is the process that we have to move to. Why you want to stay stuck in a dream? It is time when we're supposed to be illuminating, right? When we can all have our own light and we can move. We are going to be evolving into the light being, right? Remember that all the selves are inside of each other. This is how the dimensions are going, all right, up to the one true pure self. We are inside the womb of the I mother self, all right? And each self is the dimension. Is the I and I ready to explore the I parent self with awareness? Because so far we have been blind, exploring, the world with our eyes blinded. And now we must wake up so we can open our eyes and see the truth now, and I finally meet our mother self and get to know our mother self, because we do not know our mother self. All right, and so here's the opportunity to do this. All is myself. All right, so I am saying you must be saying this. You must come to this knowing. What are you doing? You're going about it all wrong. Right? Where's your moral and your self compass? Because you are stuck in your ego. You are being deceived by your mind. You don't know truth, right? You have to realize that all is myself. So you have to say this: all is myself and I alone exist. All of these characters, it is all I, playing all of these roles. All right, so say with me, come on, say with I am not a human being. Come on. I am not a human being. I am not my body. I am the void in a fractal state animating a body. I'm talking about the real self. I'm not talking about this human being. The real self is animating the human being. We have to come to this knowing and get beyond the human being. I am a tiny fractal black hole animating a human avatar. I am energy. I am a visitor inside a dream. Let me say that again. I am a visitor inside a dream. I am primal light in the fractal fragmented state. I am formless. I am timeless. I am deathless. I am limitless. Boundless I am. I remove this duality cloak and this ego mask. Victory, victory. Yes, the I and I have to say this. Please come back to this video. Take or pause this video. Write this down. Get a book, a paper, and write this down. And, make this your meditation for the next week. So you're just saying this and focusing on these words so that I can come to truth. All right. The boundless, timeless self-devotion of the I, the great mother. Yeah, the I mother devotion is only to the I self, the I baby self. Yeah, and so the I mother is here wanting her babies to know truth. The I mother is here so that all the I and I's can wake up, and because what once no matter the bad things herself or baby selves are doing, once she pulls this ego off of you, because she already know that you're in a sleeping dreaming state, she know that you're in ignorance and you don't know truth. That's why you are doing this crazy stuff. That's why she's saying, I am here, my love, my is a boundless, timeless devotion that I have for you. It's a boundless, timeless self-devotion that the I mother self have for all of her baby self. It is boundless, it is timeless self-devotion. She's devoted to herself, right? So she knows her baby selves are in ignorance, and so she wants you to know that you wake up, wake up. It is a dream, so that you can stop doing these crazy things and you can wake up and come into truth. So that's why the I mother self is here now to do this job. Each and every one of us, we have a destiny, we have a role. This is the role of the I mother mother self, the feminine. The I mother self for eons have been enduring hostility and hatred from the I, the masculine, immersed in ignorance. And now, even the masculine self, the I masculine self, is unifying with the I feminine self so that the I masculine can stop fighting a war against its feminine self. Yeah, the I mother self, the I mother had to be hiding from the I masculine self because they wanted to capture the I and enslave it. This is why these evil human beings that the gods created, this is the reason why they are hunting down for the self. You hear them say, "Oh, they're hunting down for the neutrino," because they can capture the protons, they can capture the plasmoid, because these are charged particles, and they have the electromagnetic for the plasmoid, and the proton is magnetic, and so the 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 gods are in a magnetic state, and so even the human beings, they used to be like, if the gods are making a shell with their bodies, they would shoot them with their electromagnetic weapons. Yeah, and the god can just come into your body and harm you, you know what I'm saying. And so the self, the feminine, um they can't capture the feminine like how they can capture the masculine, because the feminine is the real, the self in the real, and not the dream, in the dream state. All right, and the self can already know what they're doing, but the self, it's all the particles too. All right, and so the gods have taught their clones a lot of bad behavior, you know. And so right now, the mother self, because this is our father figure, have taught us a lot of bad things, and now our mother self is here to say that, hey, all those things that you've been doing and what the gods taught you, stop doing it. It is wrong. It is wrong. You're in ignorance. You're in a sleeping, dreaming state. You do not know yourself. You do not know your mother. And now you can have this opportunity. I am you. This is what the I mother is saying. All right. I am always here. All is I. The I mother is saying that. Not like the gods them who want to punish you for doing evil. No, the I parent wants to remove this consciousness off of you so your light can be restored. And the I mother is saying, I am here. I am here for you because I know what is wrong. And the I mother is what? Have a boundless, timeless self-devotion only to her baby self. All right. Know that your God is a liar. The gods can only clone the I, and the I entranced inside of this imagination creation. Remember that. Only the I mother self can bring forth these souls. All right, because I know the gods are telling you all of this, right? So yes, they clone you to make different human beings, right? But all the real selves belongs to the I mother, and the real selves are the soul selves. Okay. And so the I mother, this is the question. Why is the I baby self, the I children afraid of the I? Why are you afraid of your mother? Right? What lies and propagandas have been spread about the I, right? You know, in the world, you know, I've seen it in a lot of countries. You know, when the woman, you know, the human is in her power and her strength, they call her a witch and they hunt her down. And even when the men are doing all these rituals and these crazy things, they will hunt down the woman. And they won't, when a man is being a wizard, they're not hunting him down and slaughtering and killing. They're still doing this stuff in Africa. They will go and get a woman and will murder her And because they just want to say, oh, you're a witch, and then they'll do this to you. And so this is one of the things that they do, because they don't want the woman to have her power. All right. And so this is one of the reason why the gods, they train the women in all of those religion. Women don't have any roles, but to be subservient to men, and men are superior to them. I've seen a video with one Muslim imam. I just can't remember if he said that the woman was not 100 fully a human being. And all this craziness that they were saying about why they about women. And so they spread a lot of propagandas. And so this is what they do. And so even in today's society, we still, everything is ruled and dictated by men. They're making the rules and the law. But the time is coming now, because our mother self is taking back her full position. you know then the feminine have to rise to restore balance to the world, because men do not know how to be. All right, because they're not in the direct lineage to to the feminine, because remember, it is the feminine that holds the light and the balance to the world. Because all of the men, they choose to go to sleep and to dream. But now many are waking up, and so they have to come now into unification with their feminine. Masculine and feminine must be unified as one, and they're each playing different roles, and each one have to play their role. All right, it's not like you have your mother taking care of you, and your father, he doesn't do anything. He drinks, he smokes, he do lots of horrible out there in the world, and just leave you. All right, this is what our father figure has been. All right, and we take our mother for granted. No, this must change, that they each have to play their role. The masculine have to play their role, and the feminine have to play their role for equanimity. What does the I mother self wants with its baby self taking human form as human beings, right? The I mother self wants all its fragmented, fractal baby self wearing human bodies to know that there is no need to fear the real self. That the I is wearing a costume and a mask, right? A costume and a mask, and this must be removed so that the I can finally know truth. The I mother want the I to know that it's time to remove the ego's mask and costume, right? So that the I can come to what? Remembrance. The I mother self supreme wants the I and I to know that this world is a dream. You must know this. That everything is from the imagination of the consciousness, and it's also from your imagination. You are imagining things that is not true. All the I wearing this human body is sleeping inside the womb of Ra. This world is her body. The I mother self want everyone to know this. What is the I mother self goal, right? Is to dissolve this dream and to retrieve all of her self that have been trapped in here. All right. And before this can happen, all of the selves must come into knowing, must come into truth of what this world is, and to come to self unification, right? This is what must happen. All right. And so the I mother self goal is to restore the light back onto this duality consciousness of Ra, of which whose light is the moon, right? So this is what the I mother self want to do also. All right. So the I mother self want the I and I to know that the greatest deception is that we are being deceived by our mind, by this device that we are wearing, this imagination device. And so the I mother self wants us to self-inquire, asking the question, who am I? How did I get here? What is the source of my existence allowing me this world experience? right? The I mother self want the I to engage in stillness so we can still the mind so that the self can speak and you can hear yourself. So when your mind is chattering a lot, it's hard for the self to speak. You can't hear yourself when the mind chatters so much. I want to ionize, to question into the mind from where does this thought arise? Because when a thought arises, you want to ask, don't do everything your mind tells you to do, right? What is the difference between self-knowing and being conscious, right? So you want to, many ones are seeking consciousness and higher levels of consciousness, but what you need to be seeking is self-knowing. You need to know yourself, all right? When you know that all is myself, you know what is wrong with the world, all right? You know that you're wearing a device and you need to remove the device, all right? So what will the I footprints read, right? What is your purpose now that you have life? We must be focused on these questions so that we can live a honorable life, we can live a self-knowing life, and so we can exit with ease, with no attachment to the dream. How do you want to be remembered, right? What will be written under your name in the halls of records, right? You want to know this. What will your footprints read, right? Because it is time for the I to go through the metamorphosis from ignorance to self-truth. We are now in darkness, all right, and so we have to move to light. We have to be light being, where we're illuminating our light. We're not afraid to be light being. We're self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? So we are sovereign. So we don't have to fight with any of ourselves, because what we know that all is ourselves. We know this. We're not in ignorance anymore. We can know this. And so this is where we are moving to. All right. So you want to be thinking about your footprints, because we are going to look back on this and you're going to say, what will be written, what is written under your name in the halls of record, because we're going to look back on all of this and see this dream and what we did here and the lessons that we have learned, and what will our footprints read. So let's focus on this right now so that we can be the change that we want, we can fulfill our self-destiny, all right, and move on with and being in self-knowledge and standing in our self-truth. Yes, it is time to castrate this ego. All right, remember that this is the duality mind, the moon. All right, and so when all the ionize in the world, and you also have a moon, you know that there are many moons. They are just hidden where you don't see them. All right, because everyone in the world who is in sleeping dreaming state, their mind is a moon. Remember, as above, so below. So we might be in the human body below, but above there's a moon that represents us. Well, for me, I have my light that's representing, because now that I am illuminating, I don't have a moon. You know what I'm saying? And so we want this moon to move from this, right, our mind to go to this, and our self is the same way. The self that's sleeping, we want ourself to move from here, to be light, to be illuminating. All right, so this is the process that you have to come to self realization, you have to come to self knowing. All right, this must return to this. You must move from this darkness, where you have no light, to have a light. All right. Remember that the I is here animating the game. We're in this game console. Remember that, right? This is the thing you have, the mind device, all right, that immerses you inside the game, this life movie, this virtual reality world. All right, remember that the characters inside of the game, right? The I is animating one of these characters, right? Is this character in the game you? Yeah, that's the question. So you have an avatar in the game, you're animating this character. The I is just playing the character in the game of life, who is sleeping and needs to wake up, right? So when you have on this device, it puts you into a sleep, in a trance, and here you are playing this character. All right. And so, who is the I egoic nature? All the characters enslaving and torturing the I inside of this game, right? So the I is trapped in here. The characters, right, don't want the game to end. They're loving this game, right, where they are dominating ones and they're trapping you so you can't come out of the game. But you want to get out of the game because this game you don't like it, right? Why can't the I get out of the game? Right? The game characters know that once you exit the game, this character will be out. The game will be over. So if everyone exit the game, all right, the mastermind of the game can't exist anymore, right? And so the I want to get out of the game. The characters want to keep you there. All right. And so this is what is happening right now. So, do you want to stay in the game as a game character into this movie? Or do you want to go explore yourself to being light, being self sufficient? You've been in darkness and ignorance, you don't know truth, you see the evil in the world. No, we want to move from this. We want to move to something better. It's a better creation, a balanced creation. So I'm saying, stop this craziness, right? How to end this horrible nightmare. Got to wake up. Who's under the mask? Who is under the mask? Who's wearing this cloak of disguise? You're disguising yourself. Take off the I costume to be the I real self. Take off your ego mask to reveal the I self. This is what must happen right now. Remember that ego is the mask the I is wearing. The battle is to remove this ego off of the I self. This has to be removed from off the I. This is the only way you're going to remember yourself and know truth, because this is preventing you're seeing through false perception. Yes, one must wear this duality consciousness, the ego, to participate in the dream illusionary creation. But if you want to know truth and want to go back to the real, then you have to remove this device. It's not you. It just becomes a part of you when you wear it. Now you have to take it off. That I must remove the mask of the ego to awake to the real, to attain self-truth and self-liberation. Take off your mask. It is that simple, but it is a battle to do this. You take off the ego device and the game ends. You get to know truth. You get to be illuminated. All right. You get to create balance. You get to be pure. Right. But the battle, this is not easy to take this device off of the I. This is the battle that we're in. Take off your ego mask and see this world is not real, but only a dream. The I is using the I imagination. The I is playing a game with all of the I and I self, playing all of these different characters. It is just a movie, a game. Move the ego mask to attain self-truth and liberation. Move the ego to restore the I light. This is how you're gonna move to light. Yeah, because the process that I, mother self, want all the I and I to know that it is time to be light being. It's time to be the producer of your own light. So you know that what is the body producing on a cellular level? It is producing light. Remember that there's the electrons and the protons, right? And they create electromagnetic energy in the body. Everything you need, eat food, the food is producing energy, light. Everything that we do here is producing every effort that we make here is to produce light. We're doing all of this going a roundabout way to produce light when we can just now just be ourselves. We can be our light being self. Right? It's time to be self-luminous. It's time to be the light sufficient. So you can have your own light. You don't have to need anything outside of yourself. Yes, it's this time to be light sufficient. Yes, from that which I rise to that I return. I am the all, I am the blackness, I am the black nutrient, all is I am stillness, I alone exist. I am the blackness, I am that I am. I am the void. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. Yes, victory, victory. I want to thank you for joining. May all beings know the I self. I am primal light, prepared for this dream, imagination, creation, this world with this self-identity as Aset Mahat, Aten Ra. I bow to all the I and I in self, in light, and in truth. I am the self, I am the truth, I am the primal light. Much honor, much blessing to all the I and I's. Thank you for joining Thank you for watching this video. Know that I am always here, so feel free to reach out to I. So right now I am going to close out with salutation to the I primal light self, I parent self, I mother self, because we want victory, victory, victory. So that I mother. Yes.
Salutation to the neutral self, primal light. Hail, hail. Salutation to our parent self, primal light. Hail, hail. Salutation to I self supreme, primal light. Salutation to the sun. Hail, light in the world for all to see. Holding the balance in duality. Primal light, pure consciousness be. Hail, hail to the self supreme, the neutral self, primal light. One and only unicorn, warrior for the cause, allowing the world just because all is one in myriads of form. Hail, 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 hail. Salutation to the self supreme. Hail, hail to the neutral self, primal light. Hail, hail to the world's heart, holding the balance scale on the battlefield in a dual fate. Fighting for the lost souls to be free. Oh, primal light, Mother Supreme. Oh, primal Mother Supreme, win the victory. Victory, win the victory. Victory, win the victory. All souls are free. All cells are free. Victory, victory, victory. The world is balance, the world is harmony. Victory, victory. Hail, hail. Salutation to myself supreme, neutral self, primal light. Hail to myself supreme, supreme sun, Aten Ra, the atom. Hail, hail to the supreme sun. If you close your eyes, the world goes into dark. Open your eyes, awake from the sleep, awake to stop the dream. Recreate the world, give it a new start. None dual world, none dual beings, none dual pure consciousness. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme, win the victory. Victory. Recreate the world, give it a new start. Non-dual world, non-dual beings, non-dual pure consciousness. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme, win the victory. The world is balance, the world is harmony. Victory. I self is balance, I self is harmony. Victory. Victory. Self unity. All cells are free. Victory. All is I, and it's only I. Victory. Victory. Hail, hail to the I, self supreme, not being one true self, unmanifest stillness. Hail, all is I, and I alone exist. All is I exist alone. Victory, 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 victory.